I'm gonna ask you a question and I want you to be very honest. Do you feel like a rush when your girl gets strict with you? And what about when she gives you that stare that says, don't push it? Do you feel like excited instead of scared? You know what? I think you actually really like it when she takes charge and she tells you what to do, or when she corrects you, or when she keeps you in line. Is that right? Well, that's not a bad thing. Most men will never, ever admit it. But some of you are like wired to do better when your girlfriend's, is the leader, runs the show. Today, I'm gonna break down with you 5 clear signs that you are into dominant women. I'll give you examples, I'll share real confessions, and I'm gonna ask you questions. So be ready to answer each and every one of them. 1. You love it when she gets strict with you. The first sign is that you don't shy away from her strict side. In fact, you want it. You crave it. Most men get defensive when their girlfriend corrects them or they call them out. But if you are the kind of guy that feels alive when she raises her voice, when she gets mad at you for slacking, or when she tells you, I expect better from you, and you like that, then it's a clear sign. For example, I had an ex-boyfriend that told me that his favorite moments were when I got strict about little things. Like, for example, when he was late, or when he forgot something, or when he just, promised something and he didn't do it. He said those moments made him feel like, like I was not afraid to hold him accountable. And instead of pulling away, he leaned in because my dominance, it's what made him feel safe and excited. I have another example from one of my subs. He told me that his favorite moment was when his girlfriend got him for things like not cleaning up after himself or not messaging, like he promised he would. He said that he felt like a mix of guilt and thrill because her, being strict with him in a way that nobody was, made him feel loved and cared for. Does this resonate with you? I have some questions for you, okay? And I want you to comment down below your answers and be honest. So, first question, do you secretly enjoy it when she snaps at you? Second, do you feel closer to her after she gets strict? Comment down below, don't forget. And the third and last question, do you respect her more when she raises her standards for you? If you said yes to any of those, then this is a sign that you are into dominant women. But I'm not done. I have more signs. 2, you love it when she makes decisions. The second sign is that you relax when she decides things. A lot of men nowadays feel pressure to plan every date, every trip, every meal, to act like a man. But you are different. You are very different because you actually prefer when she tells you, we are going here tonight, you are wearing this, or this is what we're gonna eat. She makes every little decision. She thinks for you, basically. And instead of feeling like you've lost control, you feel taken care of. You feel loved. That's the kind of relationships where you thrive, relationships where she is not afraid to lead, relationships with strong, dominant women. For example, right? Maybe if your girlfriend says, we're going to this restaurant, I want you to wear this shirt, she decides what outfits you are gonna wear, and she orders for you. Most guys would complain about being bossed around. That's a fact. But the fact that you feel relieved, that you feel loved, taken care of, that's how you know you like structure. That's how you know that you like these kind of women and relationships. Her being in control relaxes you. Now, I have a couple questions for you guys again. And remember, I want you writing in the comments all of your answers. Because I'm curious. And be honest. First, do you feel calmer when she chooses instead of you? Second, do you wish that she would plan more? For example, every date, your schedule, trips, etc. Third, do you sometimes drag your feet making decisions so that she will step in? If you are nodding right now, then that's another big sign that you are into dominant women. Sign 3. You live for her approval. The third sign is that her approval, it just hits different. It's better than anything else in the world. Yeah, I know compliments are nice, compliments from strangers, from people, from family, but hers, they're just different. They hit different. They are addictive, right? When she calls you a good boyfriend, whenever she tells you that she's proud of you, or when she smiles, just because you did something right, it lights you up in a way that nothing else does, right? It just feels completely different, better than anything else. I had subs actually admit that they worked harder on household chores, on themselves, on their job, just to earn that praise, that recognition from their girlfriend. And, if you feel more proud of her praise than anyone else, that's a clear sign that you are wired to be in these kind of relationships with a dominant girl. Comment down below your answers to these questions. 1. Does her smile mean more to you than anything else in the world? Even more than a raise at work? 2. Do you try harder when you know she's watching? 3. Do you feel like her opinion matters more than your own sometimes? Then if your answers are yes to all of these questions, that's another clear sign that you are built for this kind of relationship. Sign number 4. You enjoy taking care of her. Another sign is that you get genuine satisfaction out of serving her needs. And I don't mean you just being nice. No. I mean you cooking her favorite meal without her asking you to do it, handling the chores before she gets home, or making sure she doesn't have to worry about bills or errands. And just in general, treating her to things that she enjoys because you love seeing her happy. For example, imagine your wife, had dinner with friends or liked to go out with friends, and you generally enjoyed staying at home and cleaning everything, fixing stuff around the house, and just in general making the house look perfect for her return. And instead of resenting it, you enjoyed it because you do it for her. Now, comment down below your answers to these questions. First, do you enjoy doing chores for her? Second, do you like treating her, buying her things or making her happy without needing something back to you? And 3, do you feel more fulfilled when her needs come first? 5, you love structure in your relationship. The 5th sign is that you want structure in your relationship. Most couples argue over who decides what, but you feel calmer when she's the one in control. You want her to have the final say. You want to know your role. For some men, that structure is the missing piece. It gives them focus, direction, and peace of mind. If you feel happiest when you are following her lead, respecting her boundaries, and letting her take charge, then that's your truth. And the sooner you accept it, the better your relationship will get. Comment down below the answers to these questions. 1. Do you feel calmer when she's in charge? 2. Do you want clear rules in your relationship? 3. Do you actually like it when she gets, strict and when she sets boundaries and you have to respect them? That structure is one of the strongest signs that you are into dominant women. Now the question is, why are dominant women better for men like you? Well, let me tell you. Because first of all, they give you what you actually want. You don't have to fake confidence or pretend to be in charge, right? You get to relax, to let her lead, and focus on what you're best at, That's serving, supporting, and making her life easier. The truth is, dominant women don't just take control for themselves. They create relationships where men, like you, finally feel at peace. You're probably wondering, where do you even find women like this, right? Now we know that you like and you need dominant women, but where do you find them? Well, first of all, you have dating apps. Don't forget to be upfront and honest about, in your bio or description about what you're looking for and what kind of women you like. So that's the dating apps. Then you have communities, and I mean online communities or even local meetups. Look for groups about female leadership or women's empowerment. There are plenty, and I'm sure that you are going to find them easily. In the different social media, you have Reddit, Facebook, etc. There are plenty. And then you have your daily life. Pay attention to women who take the lead naturally at work, in friends group, classes, etc. Confident women reveal themselves fast. And look, I'm gonna give you a tip. You don't have to chase them. If you carry yourself as someone supportive, reliable, then women of this kind, dominant women, are gonna notice it and they are gonna choose you. So these are the signs. And I'm pretty sure that if you're watching this, you already know the answer. And I'm pretty sure that you said yes to every single one of my questions. And every sign sounded very relatable for you. I want you to remember this. Don't hide it. Don't be embarrassed to like these kind of women. Not every man is built to lead. Some of you are built to follow, to serve, and to thrive under the guidance of a strong woman. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and